Greetings, everybody. It's David Duford at Final Expense Agent Mentor at feagentmentor.com. Today we are talking about something that I hold near and dear to my heart, namely because much of the suggestions I make come from personal experience. And I had a conversation yesterday with an agent of mine who's just kicking ass and taking names. He's out of Georgia. It's Tuesday night, and he's up $9,000 in premium for the week. As of Tuesday, he's killing it. He's a great agent. And, obviously feeling really good about himself, and he should be. He's doing great. And I made a comment to him, and I wanted to dispense some wisdom regarding the business. And I said, listen, you're doing great. I just want you to understand one thing, and it's this. Don't change anything that you're doing. Don't modify, overthink. Just do what you're doing. Be focused. And so I mentioned this because I had done another video where I talked about some of the things I mistakenly did early on that costed me a lot of time and bad results. And one of those is that this business is simple, okay? It's a simple process, and the system itself is not very complicated. You buy into a lead program, you get the right carriers, and you get out there and you work your butt off. But it happens with many agents. They do this 6 or 12 months, and they get tired of seeing certain situations over and over again. And they start to think too hard about, well, how can I get around this particular situation? How can I improve maybe how things are going with a different kind of approach? And so what happens is that they try different leads, they try their own leads, they try different approaches, and what ends up happening is they lose a lot of money, and many times they go out of business entirely. So what I told my agent last night, I said, listen, you're doing everything you should. This is why you succeeded. You haven't thought, you just put things into action. You took the system and you ran with it. You didn't second guess yourself. You didn't try to reinvent the wheel. You just did it. And I told him, I said, the reality of this business is that even 20 years from now, you will be making great money doing the exact same thing you're doing, not even 6 months into your profession. And so I mention all this because I want people out there to understand that this business is almost too simple. If you're halfway intelligent, you'll think about what ifs, alternate scenarios, and ways to possibly improve upon the system. And what my point in this video is to say is that you don't want to diffuse your focus. There was a great agent that said diffusion is the enemy of productivity. And it is so true in this business. You cannot diffuse yourself with new and great ways of doing things, or possibly even adding in different product lines, so on and so forth. Not that it can't be done, but what a lot of people do is they get head over heels into the profession and they forget the fundamentals. And they overthink the fundamentals to where they just fail out and flop out. Again, I have been there personally. And it took me longer than it should have to get it right. And so that's why this video is one of the most important ones I've done, is that you can be successful in this business. This agent I'm working with, he works hard, he buys leads, and he does a heck of a lot of business. And he follows the system. It's that simple. But the thing is that you have to stay focused. You have to completely follow the system and be bought into it 100%. And you have to accept the bad with the good, because no system is perfect. A system can bring results on a predictable basis, but down to individual events, you can have all sorts of things happen. You can have bad situations, good situations, bad sales calls, good sales calls. You have to accept the whole gamut and understand you are going to spend some of your time wasting it, trying to figure out if the guy's a prospect or not. But at the end of the week, the hope is that you'll continue to get, a consistent closing ratio and a consistent volume of new business produced every week. And so again, please remember, diffusion is the enemy of productivity. Never diffuse your focus. Buy into whatever. It doesn't have to be final expense, but be totally bought into what it is that you're selling, and work your butt off on seeing as many people and getting involved in an approach to find those people, so that you're consistently making income and consistently doing a great job. So that's my word of wisdom today. Diffusion is the enemy of productivity. And if you don't want to be diffused and you want to be productive, that's why I run Final Expense Agent Mentor. You can check out more about my videos and articles I have listed on my website. Go to FEAgentmentor.com. And again, thank you so much for listening to my video. Y'all take care today. Thanks.